Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrianna. If you're new here, if you're not new, then thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is all about cooking. I wanted to share with you guys 3 Instant Pot recipes that are very budget friendly, delicious, and vegan. Every single week I have started to go on Pinterest and I'll look at some recipes that are on there, and then I'll put it in like a folder. Then those will be our recipes for the week. I usually pick out 3 to 4 recipes. All of these recipes are from Pinterest. I will link them down below for you, but I thought it would be fun for us to cook together. I decided to put in an order for Walmart of all of the things that are needed for these 3 recipes if you didn't have one thing in your pantry or your fridge. So this is the grand total. So enough talking, and without further ado, let's just get straight into this video.
Alright, so starting off, we are making this amazing butternut squash soup, and it is so easy, you guys. These are the ingredients that you'll need. Very simple. I like to take mine out before I even get started to make life a little bit easier for me. I also like to chop everything up that needs to be chopped, diced, minced, whatever. I like to get that done first before I start, especially because sometimes when you're using the Instant Pot, you have to do some prep work. You're going to add some olive oil to the Instant Pot and you're going to put it on the saute function. Then you add the diced onion and you want to saute until it's soft. So you're going to do this for about 3 minutes. Then you're going to add the minced garlic and grated ginger. So you're going to pour in a little bit of broth just to deglaze the bottom to get anything that is stuck to the bottom off. And then you're going to add the rest of your vegetable broth. Then you're going to add your butternut squash. I have mine already diced. I bought it like this. You can use a regular butternut squash if you want. It just saves time purchasing pre-diced. Then the apple, you're going to add the chopped sage, minced rosemary, and sea salt. And make sure not to stir it up because you don't want the burn function to turn on. This prevents that from happening. I did not have fresh rosemary, which the recipe called for. I just used the dried rosemary I had, which worked perfectly fine. You're going to close the lid and pressure cook on manual high pressure for 8 minutes. This is what it looks like. It looks so good. And then you can either put it in a blender or you can use a little mixer like this. This is my first time using it and it was so nice to make the soup nice and creamy. This is called an immersion blender. Okay, pureed the soup, very fancy. But this recipe was so good. I just added a little bit of baguette. Now, the next day I ate this as well, but I turned the baguette, which was stale, into croutons. And this made the recipe go from an 8 to a 10. On to the phenomenal garlic noodles. So I prepped everything again before I started the cooking process. So you're going to start off with cooking the garlic in some sesame oil and avocado oil. For some reason my clip got deleted, so you just see the garlic already sauteing. You're going to add the ginger and the sliced onion. Then you're going to add the soy sauce, rice vinegar, and hot sauce, and you're going to stir it all up. I accidentally added the sugar a little early, but it didn't change the taste of it. And I didn't have hot sauce, so I added red chili flakes, which worked totally fine. So you're going to add water to scrape the bottom just to make sure nothing got stuck on the bottom. And then you're going to add the noodles on top. I used regular angel hair noodles. You can use whatever noodles you want. Then you want to make sure the noodles are covered so that they cook properly. This is what they look like once they're all cooked. Oh my gosh. Take the onions and just chop up the green part only. And then you're going to add some sesame seeds and the onions. And there you go. You have an amazing recipe. Last but not least, the vegan creamy one pot pasta. So I soaked the cashews for 20 minutes in boiling water. You can do that or you can soak them overnight, whatever you prefer. I prepped everything beforehand You're going to add some olive oil, add the diced onion, and saute for about 3 minutes. Then you're going to add the garlic. So you pour in the broth to deglaze the bottom. You guys know how it goes. Add the remainder of the broth, nutritional yeast, oregano, sea salt, and red pepper flakes. So then you add the penne. I think you can kind of use whatever noodles you want. Just make sure it's an even layer, and then layer the roasted red peppers on top, but make sure not to stir it. And then close the lid. So now you're gonna make the amazing sauce, which is just broth, the soaked cashews, and tomato paste. And you're gonna blend it until it is smooth and creamy. I waited until my cashews cooled down so I could blend it. Some blenders require you to do that. I'm not sure if all of them do. The tomato paste part was definitely my least favorite because I got it all over my fingers. But I did make a mistake in this recipe. It says how long to cook it depending on the size of your Instant Pot, and I didn't see that. So a couple of my noodles were hard. I ended up cooking it longer after this video, but just keep an eye out for that if you do decide to do this recipe. Keep that in mind so that you don't make the mistake that I did. So you're gonna add the creamy sauce because that's the best part. And then add some spinach and stir it. You can either eat it right out of the pot like that, or you can wait until the spinach is wilted. I don't mind. And top it off with some salt and fresh basil, and you have a phenomenal dinner.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and let me know down below if you decide to cook any of these recipes. If you guys want more of these videos, please let me know and I will do them in the future. As always, I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!